Okay, you guys, I'm not even gonna hold y'all up, and I'm not about to spend a lot of time on this. I'm just about to tell y'all my observation and keep it real with y'all based on watching the Trucking Gurus platform as well as watching Clarissa Rankins platform. And before I get started, let me just tell y'all this. I do have a history with Clarissa Rankins. I've never done business with the Trucking Guru or reached out to her in any kind of way, message or anything. However, I do follow her platform because a truck driver told me to, I don't know how long ago, and I do watch some of her content as she posts down. So I've been seeing some things, and I've watched I remember when Clarissa Rankins launched her platform on YouTube and how everything transpired. But my history with her is I've never said anything about her or anything negative, spoke anything on her up until the point where my whole history, everything is on YouTube, and Clarissa had used my platform when I had cheated on my ex, never married. I cheated on my ex, and I put that our situation was exposed on the platform. Clarissa used her platform to shed some light on the story, and she was really messy, really petty, and I basically went at her the same way the Trucking Guru pops off. I went at her that same way, and it was honestly because I had some growing up to do. And I basically told her she needs to mind her business and sweep off the dust on her front porch. So that's my history with her. Nothing negative of me ever saying anything. And I tried to say that on her TikTok because her trucking YouTube platform was kind of slowly growing over time. But when she got to TikTok, she took off. And because from my monitoring of her videos, she has history with working for Snyder, and she was owner operator over there. So her background in history is the Snyder program. When she launched off to TikTok, that's when her trucking platform took off. But she was also coming up. How she came up on her platform, she has entertained people with her comedy, just showing people how to turn that ass in a circle while backing the truck up, stuff like that. So comedy stuff. But she also was getting to know the trucking YouTube platforms and stuff. She was attending events for them, with them. And honestly, none of those events came back positive. They all turned out very messy. So if you guys might want to consider that into the situation, when she shows up for these events, in the past history, they have always came back with some drama. So apparently she was supposed to host for the Trucking Gurus TTG Fest, as well as just do some stuff, and she decided not to because according to a text message, the words she said it was disorganized, and as well as the Trucking Guru wasn't paying her for her public, appearance and to do the stuff. And she had not done enough due diligence on the Trucking Guru's platform. And when she did started doing her due diligence, she said that she had dug up some dirt. I mean, she was digging up stuff and she wasn't finding good information. And now she decided to use her platform to be a voice and to expose the Trucking Guru, and let drivers know, be the voice for drivers. But let me tell you what I got out of this. I did not get exposing the Trucking Guru to be the voice of drivers, because at the beginning of the video, she mentioned a lady had taken the course for the Trucking Guru and had got scammed. She had, I guess, struggled up with some money, and she got scammed by the Trucking Guru. But she briefly mentioned that at the beginning of the video. She came in and identified that the purpose of her doing the video was to be petty. So this is a long history of petty. She even claims to be the history of petty. But this video is not about, trying to prove a point, of who Clarissa Rankins is. It's about these two women and what's going on in this situation, and me using my past history to just be an identifying factor. So Anyway, she briefly mentioned that there was a lady that got scammed, and then she went on for 17 minutes in the video talking about how tough and bad and how she eats biscuits and rice and cornbread and how she can get active. She's not scared of the trucking guru, and she continued to, what I got from this was the put her down, pick me up, attitude, because she continued to like say certain things. And I feel like I'm going to use the word campaign to her audience. She was campaigning to her audience that, oh, I'm just so humble. You guys are the GOAT. You guys are just this, and I'm nobody. I'm just a trucker. We're all in this. But at the same time, she was talking about not how the people were getting scammed, but more so on how the trucking guru is living. She talked about her Maybach, and she talked about the plates and how she got the plates. Why did she have Atlanta plates? She talked about the evictions and cases that she brought up. She talked about just asking questions that were really just, honestly, in my opinion, was pretty much like pocket watching and stuff like that. Let's just be honest. So I kept repeatedly asking myself while watching the video, like, where are the scams and what is your beef? What did the trucking guru do to Clarissa Rankins? And she also, in that, when I say she was campaigning, she kept her and Sassy, the girl, her business partner, she talked about how they were doing homework to launch their CDL school in spring. And when I watched the Trucking Gurus platform, I also noticed that they are doing another, I guess, TTG Fest or gala in the spring of next year around the same time. So I noticed two events that were banging together, around the same time. And I also noticed that if you want to just compare platforms, the Trucking Guru on IG has 314,000 followers, and Clarissa Rankin has roughly like 170, maybe 169,000 followers. So I see Clarissa historically. I feel like the Trucking Guru is in her way. She's on the throne right now for a trucking platform. You guys can't take that away from her. Her platform is huge. And there are other truck drivers and truckers that have a high platform that I will not mention in this video because it's not about them and I don't want to be messy. However, I see Clarissa historically using her pattern, and she's going after she's like doing her bogus, like, bitch move, syndrome. And so the Trucking Guru, honestly, that's what I got out of it. I saw envy. I saw pocket watching. Because she compared her Hellcat vehicle. She compared it to her Maybach and all kinds of stuff, saying, how do you have this? And there were 10 witnesses that came up on the stand, to talk about the Trucking Guru. And they all mentioned her felonies. They were talking about dishes, dirty dishes being in the sink. They were talking about her body parts and smells and stuff. They were talking about so many things, and they were talking about how she stole courses. They were talking about so many things, but none of them, and all the people, some of these people said they were buying $7.5 million homes. They were really, everybody that came on board said that they were doing good. They had taken her course and they were doing good. So me, from my observation, I was like, I'm still looking for the person to come on board and say that they got scammed. And so another lady that's mentioned, she had sent some trucks out into the oil field, and 10 trucks out into the oil field. Her business is doing well, but she said that her checks had got shorted. So that was a concern of mine. That was a red flag that I took down for the Trucking Guru. And then what else? I wasn't really concerned about who owned the Maybach or who her dishes in her sink, or if her babies, whether she had a baby or not. What I was concerned about was the drivers not getting paid and people getting scammed. And in every single speaker, all I saw was they were doing really good. or the other speakers, like there were some guys, I am Teddy B, D, baby D or whatever, or Omar, you know, there was some guys that were speaking, and what I got was they actually worked for the Trucking Guru previously in the past, and they, although they didn't get paid for like promotions and like going to those different events with her, all of them said that they were hired in a different role, whether it was dispatching, running, pulling the contracts, or anything. And they said that they had some type of participation in these. And this is the crazy thing. They all went after her and mentioned her felonies. But what I didn't get was, you guys, if this lady had this program going on with, courses and scamming all these people, and you guys said that you were working with her in these major divisions like turnkey operations, somebody ran the turnkey system, somebody went to the auctions and got the trucks, the guy D went and got the trucks, Teddy ran the turnkey operation, Omar said he was the go-getter for dispatching and everything. And they also just said that she was, you know, scamming people. But if you guys were a part of her operation, that makes you guys accessories to the crime. So I don't even understand. Well, I do understand why you guys are actively speaking, because you have to. Like, once people started coming up and, you know, mentioning stuff, if there is a scam involved, you know, you guys will be on the investigation as well. So you guys have no choice but to speak. Honestly, this is a whole lot of mess. And I would like to genuinely apologize to all the people that got scammed in this operation, if there was a scam, because these are allegations. But what I don't like and appreciate about this situation is that, listening to these stories, I did observe that a lot of you guys actually went into her house. There was a lady named Becky that went into her house and she fed a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys slept on her floor. A lot of you guys were like really in there. She was like really had y'all in her house, and y'all came back with just things that didn't relate to the scams. You guys were saying, were so focused on her lifestyle, her lavish lifestyle and everything, which has nothing, or her being evicted, you know, and all these things. But what I was looking for was people who actually had solid proof and saying, hey, this lady scammed me and she ripped me off and stuff like that. But when you guys got the opportunity to speak on Clarissa's platform, y'all spent most of the time talking about how y'all would beat the trucking gurus behind y'all, how she had dirty dishes, talking about body parts, pregnancies, and this honestly just upsetted me as a whole, the black community in its entirety, because honestly, there's a lot of money involved, there's a lot of investments lost. And then another thing with the guys, I'll say this, I saw a power move. Some of y'all mentioned that she wouldn't listen to y'all, she wouldn't do this. And one thing about being a women business owner, people, especially men, they're gonna try to come into your business and they're gonna try to take over and control your business. So a lot of y'all guys were talking about how she didn't, you know, she wouldn't listen to us. We tried to help her. And then y'all mentioned how y'all got money. And I didn't even know. I was, for Teddy's situation, I found out in her video that your wife supposedly ran payroll. So the lady that was talking about her driver, she mentioned that her drivers were short like $1,300 to $1,700 in payroll. The question is, to Teddy's wife, you know, you ran the payroll, so like, where is their money? Like, you guys are a part of this alleged scam operation. So this is not adding up, and honestly, don't want no parts. And so glad that I wasn't in this, or and didn't, you know, decide to be a part of this movement. And not to put the movement down, but honestly, it's raising so many red flags. But the summary of this is, Sassy and Clarissa, what I got out of this, let me not forget the lady that took the course, and she said that she didn't get anything from the course. but she was able to take the manual and re-rock it. I didn't really like that. That was like, girl, you did get something from the course. You re-rocked the freaking manual. But there was another lady that got on there and spoke and said that she had started a course in 2019 and Mrs. Trucking Guru stole her manual and how they got it, you know, paying $100 and stuff like that. And that was pretty, I know that if that did happen, that hurts. But let me tell you something. A manual is just a manual. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but if you go on my platform and you also mentioned that there was nobody out at the time doing talking about dispatching and how to dispatch and everything. Well, I just want y'all to know I started my company in 2017 on YouTube, launching it out, and I have videos from 2017 and 2018 where over 100 to 200 and something plus thousand people have watched free videos and information on how to start a trucking business, how to start a dispatch company, how to negotiate freight or anything. So no, I didn't physically write a manual down, but let's stop trying to be the originators of stuff as if we were the first courses, and as you can't get a template off of Google and PDF it and re-rock it like the one trucking lady did. So let's not do that. We are looking for legitimate scam allegations, like people who have really got hurt. There was another speaker, a lady who bought a house and was doing good. She said that she used to charge for the stuff, but she changed her mind and she just didn't she wanted to do honest business. But hold on now, girl, you was a part of the original black shirt movement. So I'm like, hold up now. This honestly, summarizing it, because I don't want to put a lot of energy into this, it sounds like a whole bunch of people you done invited into your dang on house, and they talked about how she fed them and all this stuff. Boy, I learned me some lessons just from watching this. And another thing that I got back to Clarissa, after all this whole video, she said that she did not do any business with the trucking guru. She don't know. In her words, she said that the dispatching is not my field, and she also misinformed her audience, telling them that the best way, you need to have a CDL if you want to get into the industry and to learn it and stuff like that. That is not true. You are, from my observation, your background is Snyder, and I feel like that was another limitation. It was like ignorance, because trucking is so broad. You don't have to have a CDL license to get into trucking. You don't have to even, you can get into trucking, into dispatching, and you can do it so many different ways. So I don't like the fact that you are giving your audience that information and making it like it's facts. Another thing that I didn't like is that you and Sassy were campaigning this whole entire video, and y'all are supposed to be new CDL owners come this spring. And one of the speakers, I think her name was Cassia, she got on there, and y'all didn't even give her, the one newbie that got on there, and y'all supposed to be CDL school launching, okay? Because notice I'm doing quotation marks, because Cassia came in there doing quotation marks and hand movements, but she was trying to tell y'all that she doesn't know anything, and she was, taking part in the dispatch course, and y'all shut her down and everything and cussed her out because she wasn't a trucker. But every single person that signs up for your course in the spring is going to be people that don't have CDLs, and just because you don't know how to teach people how to dispatch, or you don't have a dispatch course, that's not your lane. Stay in your lane. And you ladies were very unprofessional for shutting her down and shutting her off. And y'all quoted that she didn't have a CDL. She wasn't even a trucker, so she couldn't even talk. What about the people that don't have that the newbies, okay? The people that don't know anything. The people, y'all are in the foundation of educating. Honestly, my opinion is you guys should reconsider getting a CDL school, because how you guys treat new people and newbies in the trucking industry is very unprofessional. And my advice to Sassy, I don't know you, but you need to tread lightly, because let me tell you something. Looking at this lady's background, by the end of that video, you kept saying her tribe keeps coming for me and stuff. And let me tell you something. That lady is from the streets. I don't know her, but she got felonies and everything. And one thing, and she hires majority felons. And one thing about people from the streets, okay, I'm from the east side of Detroit. And let me tell you something. That lady, and somebody mentioned in the video that she popped somebody in the mouth, okay? And let me tell you something. When you are launching a CDL school and y'all are corporate, okay, y'all on the corporate side. This lady has never claimed to be on the corporate side. She coming to y'all straight from the streets. She done got felonies and got a record and found a way to master the power of putting people in position. So y'all trying to figure out where her 140 trucks is. There was a guy that got on there and said where they're located. He said he went and got the trucks. And somebody, Teddy, even said the Maybach, is not for rental. And so all that little rah-rah y'all got on there and did, honestly, it was very unprofessional coming from two future CDL school owners. So you guys, honestly, it was very unprofessional. So when you, and then in the same words, you said that if you are wrong and these scams and allegations are not true, you would genuinely apologize. But this is my issue with you, Clarissa. You know the power of your platform. You have over 2 million views on followers on TikTok. You didn't use that platform because you knew that you didn't want to that's a marketing platform, and you didn't want to expose this messiness on that platform. So you went to IG, and you also said you have doctors and all kinds of people on your platform. So that's not professional, because they're watching this and they're seeing two women in high ranks of trucking. The trucking guru had internet truck stop in her live. So y'all got corporate officials watching y'all and they were trying to get her a sponsorship mid thing. So clearly she got some type of connections going. Clearly, she got some, and this is not defending her. It's just you guys really slammed in on the fact that she had felonies. Her dishes were dirty. Y'all really went in on her, but y'all didn't represent yourselves well. And this reminded me heavily of how y'all came for your girl. But let me tell you, I'm a whole different person, and I'm not the same person, but I will tell you this. If these allegations are allegations and truly allegations, you used your platform to try to break down a black female, okay, that is on a higher platform than you. Because really, what you should have did was just come into the live and say, bitch, move. You in my way. I'm hungry and I'm after the damn throne. So that's what it really is all about. Because at the end of the day, after I listen to 10 people get on that freaking platform and talk, not one person said the trucking guru scammed me out of so. And then what was unprofessional, but this lady has never claimed to be professional. I'm hearing about her pulling up on people in trucks and stuff with guns and everything. This is not corporate, y'all. This is straight streets. Her popping people in the mouth with stuff, just, oh my God. Like, honestly, to my audience, if you are a new and up and coming person and you're thinking about taking a course and everything, until this set aside or whatever, I wouldn't recommend anyone participating in any of these courses or anything, because I don't want you guys to lose your money if you're already, I don't know. And I would like to hear from the people that actually lives were changed, and the people that she did create millionaires, and not the ones that were related to her, because or whatever. But this was really messy. So I just wanted to say, y'all, this is a campaign situation going on. And when it comes to Clarissa and Sassy, they're campaigning. This is the put her down, pick me up movement, because that is what I saw. And you coming for a throne of 314,000 followers. Y'all both got events same time going on. And at the end of the day, you went and sat at a table with her and ate food and mentioned that she paid for it. You didn't have to pay for anything. Every last one of y'all talked about partying with her, hanging out at her house, and then y'all countered it with, I'm doing great. That didn't work out, but I'm doing great. But at the end of the day, nobody really came to me with a broken story saying, I'm screwed up. After taking this, I was bamboozled. She was digging for it. I was looking for it, genuinely looking for it, because y'all know I don't play about truckers and newbies or anything. So if you're scamming drivers and everything, trust and believe your girl Sunshine is coming for you. But at the same time, I learned from just being on platforms, and I learned the power of my platform, and we all know the power of our platform. Okay, we all in business, so let's stop belittling each other and trying to make each other seem incompetent. But what you are incompetent of, Clarissa, that I really wish you would do some research on while you are doing your research on the CDL school, is I want you to research all the different divisions of trucking and how it is true that you can get into trucking without a CDL, without a driver's license, how companies hire felons, because as your CDL school, you are going to benefit from training felons. There are programs. I've had 2 CDL schools, and I've had contracts with the major trucking companies to train felons, okay? A felon train program. So you need to stop it. Stop judging this lady for her record. And y'all need to put all that personal, stop pocket watching, stop doing all that stuff, and focus on the real problem